hear it? Welcome to Relay.
And okay, I've got sound, so I don't care about you guys. At least I have sound. It's time for the intro. Hello, pickle men and onion ladies, mustard nights and mayo days. It's Saturday today and Sunday tomato. We relish your presence here. It's nice to see each of you each week to catch up. Let us know how you're doing today. Cheese. So Jake comes on and he says to me, David, Outer Wilds is the greatest.
No, I'm stopping you at Sesame. No!
And sure says, I buffalo sauce. And the car is all over there like, Dijon, I hardly know her. Welcome to the relay station. Worcestershire.
Sauce?
Excuse me, what?
Worcestershire.
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 Sherbet.
Worcesterbert.
Worcesterbert. Nice. Good one. I like that one.
About.
A boot.
Damn it.
I need a beer.
How many boots? You had so many minutes to get a beer.
I had to write that intro.
Uh-huh. Welcome, everybody, to the relay station.
We're very sorry.
Yeah, usually.
Hey, at least it was quick this time, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it wasn't one of those 20-minute intros that you're famous for.
I should do one.
You should.
So actually, I'm actually particularly proud of what I'm drinking today. So I want to show everyone what I'm drinking before we, get on the road, as they say. I'm drinking beer.
That looks like it was fermented in a prison toilet.
Yep.
It probably was. It's no-name brand beer. I don't know if it's a lager or an ale or an IPA.
It's a beer.
It's beer.
Yep.
Technically. Maybe.
And literally.
Yeah. Hey Ghost, hey Pub, how are you guys doing?
Hi, Bob.
Hello.
Hi Pub. Okay. Yeah, so it's Saturday.
Is there a stream today?
I don't know. Do you guys want to do one?
No.
No.
Wow. So enthusiastic over here.
I actually, Pub, I got it from the LCBO, which is the Liquor Control Board of Ontario. But I believe they do also sell it at the beer store, yes. It's not the worst beer I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah, no, the worst beer I've ever had was the beer I had on this stream like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
The what, habanero one?
Yeah, the habanero pineapple.
Yeah.
Oh my
that
god.
You said would have been great if it didn't have habanero in it.
Yeah, it would have been. Actually, we were at the LCBO picking this up today, and Cass picked up the pack of 4 by Wellington that has that beer in it, and she was going to put, and I was like, no.
Nope.
No.
Oh god. Nope.
Nope. Okay, so I'm here this week. We're doing this. I'm not here next week. Nakara's going to take over. I'm doing something slightly more important. It's baby shower time.
Things.
Baby shower.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How many babies are going to be showered?
Funnily enough, none. It's a very, very poorly named event.
Yeah,
That's slightly unfortunate.
I know. Actually, I was thinking about it, and it's really unfortunate for the baby because like there's this big party for the baby, and the baby doesn't even get to be part of the party. You know?
It's
They
there.
get a party once a year for the rest of their life.
That's fair.
Yeah, but who doesn't?
Hang on. A baby has breasts on demand 24/7 for a fair chunk of its, baby period life. They got a party. They got a party.
True.
Anything else we can discuss before we move on to Star Citizen? Oh yeah,
I think
I wanted to discuss very briefly horribly overpriced games.
Yeah.
Because there's a game that I
we all
really
wanna play.
want, that I really, really freaking want, and I cannot justify the $80 price tag.
Nope.
The game is EDF 5, Earth Defense Force 5. And if you've never played Earth Defense Force is...
It's the buggiest game on the planet.
It's a B movie shoved into your eyeballs by bees.
Yeah, that's about right.
And I want it, but it's $80, and it shouldn't be.
It should be 20.
40. I'd go for 40.
You'd pay 40? Well, I personally don't think it should be more than
I would pay
they haven't
US dollars for it.
They haven't updated that game in any meaningful way in like ever.
Well, four added the classes. 4 added the classes because before that they didn't have classes, and 5.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing? What are you guys up to? How's your week been?
It was
Week
good.
was good. I apologize to everybody for missing the podcast last weekend. I had a bit of a night that led to me not getting to sleep until 6 in the morning, so I was not available.
Those are good
for the
nights.
show. It's a great night. I just felt bad when I had to message you before I went to sleep to say, "Hey, I'm not going to be on the damn show."
That was good, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
In chat, how have all of your weeks been? Let us know, because I care.
We do care.
He does.
I do.
Yeah,
I said
me.
I care, not we,
Not
because
me.
I know that there's. I mean, Shiver and
Yeah.
Jake don't care about anything, but I care, and I think it's actually just the Canadians that care here. Sorry, it's a Canadian thing.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Attracts. Yep.
I did the most Canadian thing ever. I think it was yesterday.
What's that?
I ran into a table and I said sorry to the table.
That sounds.
It would have been more. It would have been more Canadian if you tried to chop it down afterwards.
Or yeah.
Or turn it into a hockey stick. But...
Slather it in maple syrup. Okay. Fine. We got nothing else to talk about. Let's talk about
I'm playing Fire
Stellaris.
Outside.
Nighthawk. I'm sorry. Once this podcast starts, there ain't no way I'm messing with the things. I've done that too many times. I'm really sorry. I did appreciate the offer though. I very much appreciated the offer. Okay, fine. Let's talk about Star Citizen. Anyone?
What's that?
I don't know.
What is what?
Star Citizen.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it's
Isn't that the one that was developed
Yeah.
by Cryptic? Free to play at the moment.
yeah, that sounds right. to me.
Possible.
I think they're doing.
I think I've
they're
seen
doing a
this,
time with Star Trek Discovery at the moment.
Oh yeah.
I think I've seen this game, Star Citizen, on Facebook a few times.
I have seen it on Facebook.
Oh, it's a
few
Facebook
times,
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has slots, right? Like it's one of those like match bunch of ships.
Yeah.
Get some payout.
It's a gotcha
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
It's a trading card game. $1,000 a card. Anyway, we're being silly. That's because that's what we are.
Well, no, we're in
You
those.
can always print a card.
We're in those weeks where there's like
Not a lot.
not a lot to talk about, and we get to be silly in
Except
those not a lot.
Babbage.
I know. So you know what? You're right.
Babbage.
You're right. Let's take. Actually, no. There is something to talk about.
I'm pretty hyped for Babbage.
We're gonna watch this commercial because
Yes, it's so good.
yeah, it's a good commercial. This looks so good.
It was so good.
And I know I've said it before, and I know I will say it again. But holy crap, does CIG know how to make things look good?
Mm-hmm.
Like this is
It's just great.
just
So,
gorgeous.
I wanna know-
I love the reverse eject. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Well, so now that we know that the ballista has a healing missile, will it have a destructive missile too?
Well, yeah, there's the 2 healing ones, and then
Asking
there's
the
like
real questions.
6 little destruction ones too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be so weird. It's like an Iron Man missile that like envelops the ship.
So I've got one problem. This is my problem with this vehicle, actually. This guy's just like hanging out on a mountain, just sitting there smoking a cigar, waiting for 2 ships to just pass overhead, and then he blows them up.
He's probably protecting.
And you're wondering where did he get the
there's a-
lighter?
Yeah.
There's an outpost. There's an outpost right there, so he's probably protecting the outpost.
Where did he get the lighter?
It's a great question.
Probably at Dumper's Depot out of a wreck.
Ah, fair. I also wonder about like flares and stuff, and the whole missile gameplay.
Yeah,
I think he's wearing a spacesuit.
if the other person knows how to use flares, it's gonna be real hard to hit them.
Yeah. But
Missiles need to be fixed anyway, so it's sort of a
yeah.
This is what I meant last week by it being a trope. The trope of fire missile. Has he got countermeasures? Yes or no? Yes, he has countermeasures. Missile doesn't matter. No, he hasn't. Missile hits. That's the trope.
Yes.
And that's what it is right now. And they will be. adding more
right
to it.
now.
They will be changing it. That's what I meant last week by it's a trope. Someone asked on YouTube.
yeah. That's entirely basically what it is right now. In the future, it'll be about more than that because a lot of pilots won't have flares, won't know how to use flares, or as I'm going to tie into from this week, there are also misfires in the game now. So your flares could misfire, and then you're screwed.
As could your missile.
Yes, that's because of missile.
I kind of hope that they have it at some point where the missile can misfire and it just blows up on your ship.
Yep, probably
That would be great. Do we have actually yeah, you know what?
I just had a vision of the missile on the side of the ballista blowing up, and then the ballista just rolling over and over and over again down the side of the mountain.
I'd love that.
Yep.
The
Not only that, it'd
misfires
probably
are
blow up
good.
all the other missiles. on the damn thing.
So it sounds like the misfires for now are going to be pretty limited. They're limited to what? Power plants, coolers, and
Shields and weapons.
Are they in for weapons?
I believe so.
I thought they said it was only in for. I might have missed that. I thought they hadn't put it in for weapons yet, but
Well, the thing is that Nighthawk, that misfires aren't really about repair in the end. They're about long-term abuse of parts. Like the way they made it sound is that your 100% repaired part could misfire because you just abuse the shit out of it, and it doesn't work as well as it used to.
it's like you rev your engine up to, I don't know,
10,000.
10,000 at every stoplight. Your engine might not be able to be repaired because it's fine. Technically, it's taken no damage, but you fucked it, son. You fucked it,
That's basically it.
right?
Yep.
It's basically, I think it's a cool part of the game because maybe now it's going to be buggy and weird, but in the long term, it will provide a lot of dynamic gameplay things will just suddenly go wrong for no particular reason.
Yeah.
And also, it will make ships unique.
Yes.
They won't be the same as each other because over time they'll wear down differently depending on how you use them. And
I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah.
that's one of the things that really excited me a long, long time ago about Star Citizen was this idea that, like, Jake, you and I buy the same ship with the same components, but our ships fly slightly differently. And then you fly it
'Cause you
differently.
tune 'em.
Yeah, you tune. Well, even without tuning them, like, items have a variance
Oh yeah.
from 0, and then you tune them and you fly them differently, and like after 10 hours of gameplay your ship feels different to fly than mine, even though they are identical ships that were bought the same, right? And misfires is sort of one of the ways that that's going to come about.
like my right rear thruster always screws up,
Well,
that
and-
kind of crap.
And that might be something interesting too when it comes to selling ships, right? Because you're not going to know the used
It
ship
works
that you're
fine.
buying.
Shut up.
It works. Oh, but after an hour, it has, it misfires all the time, right?
So when someone goes to buy like a third-hand Aurora or something, they'll say, "This baby can handle so many misfires."
Yeah.
Slaps the roof.
Yeah.
I think everyone who's watched Firefly definitely has the desire to fly a ship like Serenity that's always partially falling apart.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that was for the longest time, that was the idea behind the Freelancer. And then Star Citizen decided to have ships bigger than the
Here it
Freelancer.
comes. Here it comes.
What?
David, the
Yeah.
Bengal was in the Kickstarter.
Yeah, but it wasn't really intended to be like
Was
flyable.
the Constellation in the Kickstarter as well?
The Connie was.
It's a lot bigger than the Freelancer.
But it doesn't look as much like Serenity.
Oh, fair enough. Are you saying specifically that ship was supposed to be Serenity? I see what you mean. I definitely think the believe it or not, I think that the closest ship that they have in the pipeline to is actually the Carrack.
Yeah, but nobody likes the Carrack.
Well, just reverse that statement and you're right on the money.
Just the exact opposite of what you said.
Carrack, love everybody.
No, nobody likes the Carrack, and that's just fact.
Sure.
Okay.
Playing it fast and loose with that fact word.
You're fake news.
I knew that
I
was
do not
coming.
think that word
was
means what
coming.
you think it means.
Which, fake or news?
Yes.
Oh boy. Another news.
Babbage.
Babbage. Very early. It's white box right now.
Very early.
But you can get the general idea.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a cool contrast between that and going outdoors there. Because you got like the tropical plants and stuff inside, and you go outside and it's like a frozen wasteland.
Yeah.
I do hope. Someone commented this to me this week, and I agree. I do hope that there's more than one dome.
Mm-hmm.
I
In the
bet
end?
you it will release with one dome,
Very
and
possibly.
then they will add more.
Add more.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Do you think
Well, I know.
that-
I just hopefully.
Yeah.
it
so
does
you
eventually.
can see in the video that there's like these tiers, right? Like they're sticking around on that lower level, but as soon as you go up, you can see that there's room for a lot more vertically. Do you think that's going to be explorable, or is that all going to be shut off?
Probably explorable. Maybe not initially, but eventually. I'm guessing. What do you guys think?
Actually, Bluesy0087 has something in chat saying that until they add the ever-present fog, which Do you think I don't think that this location is going to have much of that fog atmosphere. We're going to get lens flare. There's going to be so much lens flare coming through those large domed ceilings. You're going to look up and go, "Ah, my eyes."
I feel
It's
like
so
I'm in a
pretty.
J.J. Abrams film.
Aye. And I'm Scottish
No, you're not.
for no reason at all. Right?
So yeah, I think to go with the high tech atmosphere or high tech feel here, they're probably going to limit the fog quite a bit, because it doesn't really fit as well as the grungy hulls of some of the other places.
I mean, you can compare from when they literally start the video. You can look at the geometry and the text. See, they're going for very clean, very crisp. And they're also managing to keep it interesting rather than a sterile environment where it is just these white textures and you think this looks shit. But they're managing to keep that detail in there.
It's why Novaria in Mass Effect 1 was so, because there was a lot going on. It wasn't just a
I love
a
Novaria.
Novaria was
Controversial opinion. My least favorite parts of Mass Effect 2 or 1, I don't even remember. The Citadel. I hated the layout of the Citadel.
That's one.
That's one, yeah.
Yes, it's real bad. I don't think that's a controversial opinion at all.
Okay,
Everybody-
I hated the Citadel. Like,
Yeah, everybody hates the Citadel.
it was so poorly laid out. Like, wait, do I really have to? Oh my,
Uh-huh.
And I played through that game like 8 friggin' times.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this reminds me slightly in the clean. I know it's more Novaria, but like, because, you know, dome in cold, but
The clean aesthetic though looks definitely like
the Citadel.
the Citadel. Yeah.
Yeah. And I worry that, I mean, it might be better
Because it looks like the Citadel, it's going to be poorly designed like the Citadel?
it's, yes, actually, that is the worry. So,
Okay.
No. It's, and I know what you're getting at. Like, that's a silly worry to have. But when I look at it, the first thing that I see when I look at this is the Citadel, which means my first initial reaction is, fuck, I hated the Citadel, which means the worry that it might somehow be like the Citadel does get pulled forward. Mm-hmm. Even though it won't, and it has nothing to do with it, that worry is there just because of the aesthetic.
Fair enough.
You know? Jake's like, what am I doing here? These guys are idiots. I could be doing anything on my own. I'm so much better than them.
I'll just say that you can already see what the layout is, and it's pretty straightforward.
Jake's like, I could be playing Fire Emblem right now. Why am I here?
Yeah. Oh my. But I'm really excited. I'm glad they're saying they're going to follow this along, because I'm really excited to watch them build it up. Because I mean, it's pretty basic now, but
also, I'm not gonna lie, everyone in chat, we are gonna need so many questions today. Like,
A lot.
We're really gonna need some questions, because we're basically through everything that CIG showed this week.
there hasn't been much. Actually, because I missed last week, right? And I actually didn't watch Inside until today. I watched the Inside from last week, not this week, but last week. And I literally had this reaction when it was over, because it was really short. And I was like, is that it? Are they really going to outro?
Shiver and I barely managed last week. We had some good questions, but this week there's like less.
Yeah.
Well, it's less, and let's like, so the new Babbage is kind of cool, but it's so early that we can't even really comment on it. Like,
no,
we can't comment on the layout because it might change. We can't comment on the actual looks of it because
it doesn't have any.
We've got a gray checkerboard.
Do you think they consulted with Stephen King over the dome?
I don't know the reference.
Ashamed of you all. Jake's got some.
I got it.
Thank you.
I apologize, Shiver.
Stephen King wrote a book called Under the Dome.
Oh, did he? I mean, Stephen King has basically written every single book. All books are written by Stephen King.
Have you seen the Simpsons movie?
Yes.
Then
No.
you've seen a parody of Under the Dome.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But
Then they
yeah,
made that show that wasn't good.
this week they talked about new Babbage, which okay, it looks cool, but it's too early for us to tell anything. They talked about misfires, which hey guys, there's misfires. Okay, we're done.
Mm-hmm.
And then they talked about lore, which lore is cool.
But they talked about it. It's hard for us to then
Yeah,
talk about it. It's nice to see some. I don't know, just some. I enjoyed the law segment, but
yes,
we've
Tweed.
kind of gone through that quite a bit.
Stephen King wrote my novel as well. Yes. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
So 361 is in the PTU,
Cool.
which is good. So that's ship rentals and the 890 jump. We had thought that the shield system's tech replacement was pushed to 361, but apparently it is in 360, and they just forgot to put it on the roadmap or something. But anyway,
Sounds about right.
I did play some 360, which I think you did too.
Yeah, I
David.
did.
I did some mining, and it was it's getting better and better. It's good experience. I had a lot of fun.
I really enjoyed actually doing a mission and being able to complete a mission.
That's amazing.
I thought that was something that's probably pretty central to any game is being able to
play it. Yeah.
being able to play it. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Until it stopped working.
Yep. How long did you get past your first mission until it stopped working?
Oh, immediately after the first mission. So I did the
Right
first
after-
mission. I handed it in. I took off. I was on I don't know, Delamar. I don't know. I was on one of the little tiny moon things, and I went over to Hurston.
Mm-hmm.
And I came in, and I was like, I'm gonna just fly over the surface, and I was just flying over the surface, and then I started getting shot at. And I was like, okay, who the hell's shooting at me? Is there a ship? And I was
Someone who
like,
knows you.
yeah, basically. And I was looking around, there was no ship, so I noticed that there was like a little base on the ground, and then I did a couple strafing runs and took out all of their automated turrets, which was actually really friggin' cool. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. And then I landed, and I was like, I'm gonna go through this base with my pistol because I didn't like equip anything more than a pistol. I was like, I'm gonna do this, but I couldn't exit the seat.
Yeah, that's happened to me before.
That seems to be quite common.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens.
But until I couldn't get out of my chair, it was
It's
a
great.
it was a great experience. Woo, Flint. I held Y, I pressed Y, I did like the F and tried
You
to
continuously asked aloud, why?
yes.
No, it does happen. It is a bug
For some
sure.
the interaction menu when you hold F went from like something you control to something that if I held F and if I touched my mouse, it would go like phew, like it would just move like instantaneously. It was like ridiculously sensitive. Anyway. But no, it was fun.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for a little more multi-crew stuff because I'd really like to bring people together in it and be able to like, let's go do a mission as a team. You can do this. I'll do this. You know?
Looks like the first part of that, because I'm actually staring at the roadmap right now. Looks like the first part of the multi-crew like expansion. Oh, first two parts are in 3.9.
Yeah.
And that is expanded pilot and gunner role. More stuff.
Expanded gunner role. Well, what do you think? What do you think that could be? Because how do you expand from what they've already got, which is use a gun turret?
They might like give you like improved radar and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
yeah. I don't know exactly. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe I should actually go get the real roadmap instead of that one, and I can tell you what it is.
Ooh, I
That'd
like
be
that.
a
Give
good
the
idea.
pilot a back massage.
All right.
Can I
listen,
send the
39.
gunner off to get me a beer
Yes.
while I'm flying?
Oh, here you go. This is it, Shiv. Turret gunners
Yeah.
will be able to receive specific target designations from other players and track them independently of their own targets.
Oh, that's pretty
cool.
interesting.
I
So
have
it's improved target tracking.
I have a genuine question that
I
I'm
was
sure-
right.
I'm sure has been answered, but I just literally don't know it.
42.
There's alcohol in Star Citizen.
Yeah.
Can you get drunk and then fly?
Yes.
Yeah.
You will be able to. Yes.
And then will there be zones where that's against the law, and will you be pulled over? And how do they breathalyze
Oh.
you in space? No,
I would love
Genuine
for
use
question.
scanners.
I would
How-
love
wait,
for it to
wait.
be a thing.
Scanners. They don't.
More
they
important-
have breathalyzers. It's
More important
29,
question,
42.
right? If you're drunk, you're going to be slightly veering to the left. How are they going to know you're drunk and not knowing some maneuvers?
I'm
They
just
wouldn't know.
I have a genuine question about drunk flying in space. Is that going to be?
That you only need to worry if your name's Captain Morgan.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the expanded pilot role that is in the roadmap is pilots will be able to receive instructions and view information in order to follow those specific instructions. For example, moving to a designated area or quantum traveling to a specific point.
So that's more for like your captain tells the pilot
Yes.
where to go. Okay.
Yeah. That's the idea with that one.
That's fun.
I mean, that has the knock-on implications of how else do you think they're going to navigate a fucking Bengal? Because you're not going to
Fair
sit
enough.
there and just left, right, and it responds. You're going to have
Well,
to
that's-
program
that's the
waypoints
whole-
to that behemoth.
That's getting into the whole like command and control, right? Which we're supposed to have on some ships.
Yeah.
And basically, I mean, in all truth, I'm guessing they want to have all of the multi-crew stuff working for Squadron because I'm guessing that at various points in Squadron, you'll probably do most of the roles.
But are they going
So-
to
They
fake
say
it
they
for
were
Squadron?
gonna. That's what I thought. Yeah.
What
Where
was that?
they can.
Are they going to fake it for Squadron?
It depends. If it's done, they won't.
That's actually true. Yeah.
It's sort of one of those things. I think it would be easy to fake a lot of this stuff for Squadron.
I mean, because you're going to be based on an Idris for a while, and there's no way in hell that, looking at the game now, that you're going to have full multi-crew, or at least enough multi-crew capabilities, mechanics in the game, for an entire Idris.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Came
So-
Andrew says, "Just don't be totally wasted while trying to dock," and that's just how I live my life.
Don't tell me how to drink life about.
Oh, how to drink life. Nice.
Yeah, you don't know me.
Yeah, and Idris is like your base of operations in Squadron. That's you're just a Gladius.
You're flying a
Gladius.
Gladius, but you operate out of the Idris,
Yeah,
right?
but you're not flying it.
No, but you might have some time as like let's be I imagine at least one mission where you're just a gun like
Or maybe a turret gunner.
you're
yeah.
a turret gunner, right? Like you might have to operate some of the
Or
other
you might
positions.
I can see you doing the CNC, but I
Yeah.
don't think.
You're not going to pilot, like you're not going to get to command it or pilot it. No.
Probably not, unless there's some disaster. So I have a question. 3.8 has vehicle HUD version 4, What version of the vehicle HUD do you think will be on by the time the game comes
19.
out? That's far.
42.
Hey, that's more appropriate. I like that.
I don't-
42? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
42 is good.
I mean, Star Citizen's never going to come out. It's going to be Warframe.
It's gonna be in the closet the whole time.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be Warframe.
Yeah, I think it will be too.
Like, it's...
Warframe's not out.
I mean,
Warframe still hasn't launched, guys.
Chris has already said that he plans to make the game for 20 years. So
Yeah.
there you go.
This is what Chris is going to make until he dies. Like,
yeah,
this
probably.
is it. This is Chris's swan song. He never needs to do anything else. Just, release trailers like the Ballista trailer there. People will spend money. He'll earn money. And eventually, after, a decade or so, there will be a game. But it can be in beta for as long as it needs to be.
Yep. Which could be forever.
10 years.
Warframe.
How long has Warframe been in beta?
Warframe has been in beta, I think, for 5 years now.
But does it really make a difference past a certain point? Because
Oh no, over 6 years.
Yeah.
it does it really make that much of a difference? Because if you look at games like EVE Online, right? Look at what they have today compared with the first version of that.
Can I just
Look at
say?
WoW.
They look immensely different.
Yeah, but look
Would
at WoW.
it's the same sort of theory. Yeah. Well, I'd rather
Can
not.
I just say I love what Eve is doing right now, and it's super exciting and makes me want to play it.
Really? What are they
Yeah.
doing?
What are they doing?
Jake,
They're
Jake,
just-
you can play it. You can play it totally for free. It's called Microsoft Excel.
Or Google Sheets.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, you want to play multiplayer?
Yeah, that's the multiplayer version. Yeah.
Ah.
Sorry, go. What are they doing with Eve? I'm curious.
They're literally just throwing out the meta and changing how people communicate.
All right.
Like it's insane. Like basically the ability to be able to detect ships as they enter the sector is gone. Like so everything is more dangerous now.
They're starting to fuck around a bit more with nullsec empires as well, aren't they? Because they're
Yeah.
sending in these massive groups of
Yeah.
NPCs to blow up these big player-owned assets on purpose.
Good.
By the way, that is something that CIG's talked about doing in Star Citizen as well.
Yep.
They will have, or their plan for the game master role is to actually have them be almost like DMs from, D&D,
Yep.
It's
where
inter-
they will actually control the meta of the game to an extent. That at least was the plan anyway. I would love to see them actually go through that because it would be an amazing job, by the way.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because we haven't actually seen like a live GM in that purpose in an MMO for, well, a big MMO for a long
Since
time.
World of Warcraft at the very beginning, they had more active roles then.
Yes.
Not even nowhere near to
I
that
mean-
extent, but
Even COV and
So-
COX used to do some of that sort of thing as well.
I hate to
yeah,
say it. So my favorite MMO of all time was
City of Villains.
Wrong. Dungeons and Dragons Online.
Dungeons and Dragons Online? I never played that. Is it any good?
I mean, not anymore. It's ancient. But at the time, it was like handcrafted D&D experiences where like things could happen and things mattered. It wasn't just go kill X. It was go do like dungeons with traps, and I loved it. Yeah. Well, actually, no. Me and a group of IRL friends have started playing fucking Baldur's Gate. We're playing through Baldur's Gate.
I actually,
get ready.
Oh man,
Yeah,
ready.
I am
first
so excited for 3. Man,
the first one or the second one.
we're starting with 1, and then we're gonna move to 2.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
it's multiplayer now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It was not okay. Am I wrong?
enhanced
I don't think
Baldur's
it
Gate
wasn't-
Enhanced Edition has
wa-
multiplayer
it was-
support for up to 6 players.
It wasn't multiplayer originally, though.
Probably,
Am I forgetting this? I
possibly.
thought it wasn't originally. Anyway.
Well,
um,
the extended edition always has been.
Oh,
I
okay. I
think.
mean the original.
I
like,
don't know.
the
That I
original
don't know. But
Anyway, I have the same plan. I definitely want to replay those games. How is it anyway? Is it any good these days?
No,
That's what I figured.
it's not good. It's really old. It's like D&D 1.0, right? Like the rules are ridiculous. It's got Thaco, which I'm so glad they got rid of Thaco. Whatever it is, like chance to hit AC 0. Sorry. Paul is correcting 2nd edition, but it's such an old edition of D&D that it's painful at times. but with a group of friends, oh my god, we've got one guy who just goes off and kills anything that can be attacked. He attacks. Oh, there's a squirrel. Well, the squirrel's dead now. Oh, there's some bears. Well, the bears are fucking dead now. We've got another guy who just robs it's good with.
Great.
It's great with people. It's D&D. Like it's D&D, right?
Yeah.
So actually, one thing I wanted to talk about before we get to questions is a space game that's not out, but it's coming out. And none of us are playing it, but there is someone in chat who's playing it.
What's that?
It's Rebel Galaxy Outlaw.
Ooh.
Which
I can't wait for this thing. I can't wait. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
I'm-
can't wait.
So the Astropub in chat is playing it and has been playing it, and I mean, right there, you can see what he's saying about it. I kind of want to. I might pick it up. It looks sort of like Freelancer.
Oh man, if a modern freelancer, if it's actually a modern freelancer, like I've been wanting for.
I mean, that's
ever?
what I wanted Star Citizen to be, but
Yeah.
The original Rebel Galaxy was that, but it was just on a 2D plane. So
Yes.
the combat was like the naval battles from Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
Black Flag.
yeah, this is, but now it's first person, like you're flying
Yeah.
your damn ship,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah,
Paul
it's like
says, it's modern Freelancer. I'm probably gonna pick it up because, damn, that's what I want.
Well, I'll probably just get it for free from the Epic Game Store when they continue to work through all of their damn games.
I mean, it's also only going to be $30.
It
Yep.
is the right price. It's the price that EDF 5 should have been.
Thank you. Exactly. The fuck.
Freelancer had a baby with Privateer and raised by Maniac from Wind Commander. Yes. All right.
Amazing.
Yeah, I believe there is a storyline,
Yeah,
Dronix.
there was a storyline in the first one, so there's got to be.
There's story, there's humor, there's great music.
Oh, the music.
The music's so good.
Oh,
So good.
I listen to the Rebel Galaxy soundtrack at work all the time.
It's a damn good
Not
soundtrack.
as good as the Outer Wilds soundtrack, but
Fun
it's good.
details. But yeah, that comes out like next week, I think, right?
Let's see
Or
what-
10 days. It's like the 13th.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Cool.
Yeah, 13th, 10 days. If you're interested in something that's more like Freelancer or Wing Commander that you can play right now, go take a look at that. And I'm just saying that because it looks good, not because we get anything from them, because we don't.
We wish we did.
We don't get paid.
No.
Yeah, go take a
Which
look
is
at
kind
that.
of funny.
Yes.
It's kind of funny because everyone thinks we get paid.
Subscribe.
Yeah, he gets paid.
Subscribe.
Yeah, we don't get paid shit. It is on the Epic Game Store, which shouldn't be a problem for anyone.
Don't you fucking trigger me. MechWarrior 5 delayed by a year.
It wasn't delayed.
Totally
So
delayed.
now.
The Astropub has rated us.
Not anywhere I'm willing to get.
Thank you, Astro.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Wait, was it delayed by a year?
For me, it was delayed by a year.
Oh, it just because it's on Epic Games Store for a year before it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So it's not delayed by a year.
No, it's not.
You just have to choose to get a free service and download it through that free
Oh,
service.
don't you? Oh, after our little chat yesterday, I thought you genuinely had picked something up, but no, you're gonna be a dick.
I have to do it. It's for comedy's sake.
Oh.
I actually wanted to just quickly mention, you pointed this out in our Discord, right, Jake, about, was it Ooblets or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooblets.
Okay.
New Double
so,
Fine game.
No, they're
There
not
are
Double
good-
Fine anymore.
There are,
They're not done by
What?
Double Fine.
What?
anyway,
Double Fine got bought out by someone else, and then Ooblets had to go somewhere else, so they ended up at
Oh.
EGS.
Double Fine,
Double
Fine was bought by Microsoft.
Microsoft. So Ooblets had to go somewhere else because Ooblets wasn't a part of the being bought by Microsoft. So Ooblets
Oh.
had to find somewhere to go. So they ended up at EGS.
So you're saying they're picking a store and not a publisher?
They are yes, and
Are they
that's
going
basically
full
what's
indie?
happening now. They're picking stores instead of publishers because the store is getting the money that normally they would get from a publisher.
Yeah.
Right. So they've gone with the store, which is essentially acting as the publisher, not really the anyway. But they went there.
Not essentially.
It is.
They are acting as a
Actually.
publisher.
Yes, but they ended up. Ooblets has ended up there
Epic is the publisher.
because Microsoft bought Double Fine, and Double Fine was no longer going to publish Ooblets.
Fair enough. I just wanted to say that for the most part, if you're going to do it as a company, what they did was good because they wrote a really long post explaining their decision, why they did it. And that's a lot better than some of the other ones we've seen where they're just like, hey, we're doing this thing and screw you.
To play devil's advocate, I have seen a lot of people who have some very valid complaints about how they released that statement. It was a bit crass and a bit combative. And then on the Discord, they were genuinely shitty.
Were they? Okay.
No,
I
I
just-
think
I
you'll
just read
find that, as Tim Sweeney quoted, it was awesome. That's how you treat your customers. That's awesome, according to him.
I liked the statement. I didn't like the Discord statements after where people were saying, well, I cannot buy your product because Epic Games Store does not allow, like, I cannot buy things on it in my country. Like, I literally cannot use Epic Games Store. And the guy's answer was, well, you're not entitled to the game. That is a shitty answer. The proper PR answer would have been, I'm sorry, I honestly had no idea that was an issue. I will speak to Epic, and because I've gotten in, I can talk to them. I will see what I can do to make them accelerate global adoption,
whatever.
right? Yeah. Something else. They did a shitty job of PR.
Okay, I just wanted.
Anyway.
I just meant the statement itself. I thought was good.
Yeah.
Regardless, I was unaware of them being assholes everywhere else.
Yeah. I don't. So I'm gonna be honest, Shiver. I didn't want to get into an Epic Games Store harangue this time. I really didn't.
We will get it in Epic Games Store at every Epic Games Store harangue. At every show.
I literally don't care where Rebel Galaxy Outlaw is sold, because guess what? The reason they're finishing their game and they've taken this long to do it is because Epic Games gave them money, right? And what Epic does is they give them money to say, okay, it's exclusive to Epic Games for a year, but we have basically paid you your cut. You wanted to hit this sales target, we pay you that sales target so they can make the games. I like that. That's good. It's kind of what publishers do, but it's less than Microsoft did for Chris Roberts with Freelancer, because remember, Microsoft paid for Freelancer and then took the game away from him and launched it early, right? And that was one of the problems with Freelancer. So whatever. Look at the game. Just look at the game. Forget about the launcher. Look at the game, because that's what I was trying to I was trying to just talk about the game because I like the look of the game. I don't care the launcher. Look at the game.
Rebel Galaxy. Rah!
Rawr!
Rah!
Rawr!
I don't know, man.
We've devolved.
Wait,
But we're not digital yet.
oh, damn it. By the way, if anyone hasn't seen that presentation from E3, just go watch it. Just go watch it. It doesn't matter that it was like, what, a month ago, 2 months ago. Just go watch it. It's great. Devolver Digital.
Okay, I don't... now we're all going to fight about Epic Games Store in chat, and I didn't want to fight about Epic Games Store, guys.
Hey, I don't care where you buy your games as long as it's not Steam.
So,
You know
wow,
what? No.
and then we started a whole other
Yeah.
argument.
You know what? No, here. I don't give a shit where you buy your games as long as you fucking buy them.
Don't worry, Epic bought mine for me.
Kinda, yeah.
Play Outer Wilds.
So, question time?
Yeah, we're gonna move on to questions. I'm gonna pay no attention to chat because who cares?
Insensitive statements on Discord now brought to.
Okay. So, my conscience is asking me a question. My conscience asks, why do you despise the Carrick so much? It's ugly. It's got
is a man with
growths.
no-
It's ugly. It's got growths coming all over from all parts of it. It's just got like things that are growing from it with no fucking purpose to them. It can't really decide what it is that it wants to be. We still don't have enough information about either its rover or its scouty ship. I want to know
No,
more.
Surely, when they've got that to such a point, because there is a huge cult following for it, they're gonna pimp the shit out of that for weeks on end. They're gonna be like teasing the shit. Look, here's what the rover can do, and they're gonna, yeah.
But
unless
that's my
unless they just come to CitizenCon and say, yeah, so Carrick's done, bye, which is possible as well.
Okay, so you know what one of the biggest problems I have with the Carrick is?
Also, doesn't the Carrick's rover, isn't it the Ursa rover?
No, it's supposed. Well, I think there's
Lynx.
some disagreement on this.
Think.
It is the Ursa rover, but it was actually supposed to be something else. But we don't know if they're actually going to build that something else.
There was a
Wasn't it gonna
Lynx
be the
rover
Lynx?
as well.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a Lynx, but
the Star
we have-
Citizen wiki says that it's the Ursa, but I don't know if they're right.
we don't know. I think is the problem. I think actually one of my biggest problems with the Carrick is how in love everyone is with it.
I know you don't like it because it's popular, which is a really bad reason not to like it.
It's why he also doesn't like Fortnite, even though he really probably hasn't played more than about an hour of it.
No, actually, no. Jake, for that one, fuck you. I played my
But
biggest.
you played Fortnite, the survival game,
I
and not the battle
I
royale game.
loved the survival game of Fortnite.
Okay.
I thought it was great. I hate that
How
everything
did
is
we get
battle
into
royale.
Because David hates things that are popular.
Oh, okay.
It's true.
Everyone
Jumps on the Epic Games Store and like, oh, this is the worst, and I'm like, I'm gonna take the opposite. I'm a devil's advocate. I've always been a devil. Why do you think I
you
like
are
Star
for the sake
Citizen?
of-
All my friends were jumping on Star Citizen, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start up a website.
No, you weren't.
I know, I wasn't.
I was like, this guy writes cool stories. I'm gonna see
Yeah,
if he wants
you were
to-
like, I'm gonna start up a website, and this guy writes some cool stories. I'm gonna bring him on, and then leave
Hijack
everything
his
to
life.
him.
Oh man.
Oh God,
Um,
this
so,
is
uh,
just turning into the worst.
Shiver.
Guys, stop arguing about Epic Games Store.
You said you were going to ignore chat.
I can't. It's right in the center of my screen.
Shiver.
What? I didn't do it. Nobody saw me do it. You can't prove anything.
Oh, why do you despise? Why do you despise the Carrick?
Because it cost me so much money when I bought mine.
That's fair.
Fair.
Jake, why do you despise the Carrick?
I like the Carrick. I don't think it's the best ship in the game, but I like it.
There must be one thing you despise about it, though. It's got to
No.
be one tiny thing.
No,
Nakara, what
it's
do you
good.
despise about the Carrick?
That I don't have. That I can't fly it yet.
I will be honest, I actually really liked the Carrick until the Endeavor was announced, and then I was like, who the fuck needs a Carrick? There's an Endeavor.
1,000 times the size.
Eggplant.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I'm never wrong.
That's a true statement.
I'm never wrong.
Why not just get the bigger one?
Yeah.
I see the logic.
Thank you.
See the logic.
Thank you, Jake. Just get the bigger ship.
Just give me the bigger one.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice, but I'll have the one that's twice the size, please, and thank you.
So, on to our next question.
Yeah.
The second question after
the second question. Eggplant asks, how much depth do you think that NPC crewmates will have, and how much will be able to interact with them?
That's a good question.
It's a big giant question mark for me. I know some of the things that they have planned, whether or not they'll actually do it or not.
I'll be right back.
What have you heard that they've got planned, Nakara?
Well, they do plan to have like a whole skill system for NPCs, and you'll be able to hire based on skill, and then or you can hire somebody cheap who's not very good and they'll get better. Which is funny because the NPCs will have a skill system, but the players won't. But it actually does make sense in this context. So I know that part of it. Now, interacting with them, we know that you'll be able to give them orders, like tell them what they should be doing. Like social interaction is a giant question mark. It might not be much. That's what I know. Jake, do you have anything else you have heard?
No, I don't think so.
That's about the best we can do.
Yeah.
Shiver, anything to add?
I would like them to have depth. I would like to be able to have some sort of interactions that's a bit more meaningful than, you know, a couple of standard phrases, hello, how are you, and stuff. But let's keep things within realistic tech expectations of probably not.
Yeah.
Just the
It'd be
basics
funny
of,
if your
yeah,
NPC
sleep, eat, turret.
It'd be funny if your NPC crew got drunk on the ship and then couldn't work.
That would be great, actually.
I love that. Next question is from Ashley. What kind of stuff do you think you'll be able to buy at Microtech?
No! Wait! I have comment! Hi, I'm back.
Welcome.
I
Welcome
wanted
to the relay station.
Welcome, yes. I don't know why you come here every week, whatever. I have a thought about the AI NPCs.
Go.
One of the things that Chris has always wanted is NPCs to be more concerned about themselves, right? They're going to have goals. Whether their goal is get enough money to feed children or become famous or whatever, they're going to have their own, like... And every NPC in the game is supposed to have that. So I have a feeling that, I mean, it's probably going to be relatively canned, but you're going to be able to go to an NPC that you've got working on your ship and be like, so, you know, what are you hoping to get out of working for me? And they'll be able to tell you, oh, you know, I've got this thing. And they'll be able to tell you because that thing's going to exist, and that thing's going to exist for every single NPC, right? Because that NPC has a goal.
Here's my my Fire Emblem minute, because they did this really well. This exact. So you have basically the story of the game is you're a professor in a combat school, and you have a class full of students, all of those students have their own motivations and they learn in different ways. So they actually level up their skills based on certain things. However, you can actually push them to learn something maybe that they're not super comfortable with, but it could like come out of nowhere and surprise them and they get super passionate about it. It's really cool.
That's
And
awesome.
like I'm not saying they do something like that to that level, but maybe something similar.
Cool.
Yeah.
Elise93 asks a good question of how to do that with voice acting. No freaking clue.
There's a lot of different ways they could do it. I mean, some of them are harder and more expensive than others.
I don't know how they're going to do it, but I feel like they're going to do something a little more than just, hey, you hired an NPC. That NPC is a static thing that just sits there and, you know. I think there's a lot of companies that would do that of like, here's a static NPC. He's got one of 5 different responses. Good luck. But let's be completely honest here. Chris is fucking insane. And that is not... That's
it's
not
outside of the realms of possibility.
They don't even
an
talk
NPC.
about they don't even talk about features anymore. They're just like, "Oh yeah, we did this thing. Isn't it cool?" They
Yeah.
just drop it on us.
Shiver.
Were we gonna say Shiver?
It's not outside the realms of technical feasibility to have an NPC without voice lines, say, but just doing stuff around the ship and interacting with them. They already do that in Skyrim. To a very stupid degree, I admit, in Skyrim. But you know, CIG aren't going to have that sort of, hopefully, level of AI in it. They're going to have something a bit better, a bit neater and tidier, where, you know, the AI is aware of what it can interact with and what it needs to do to fill its own schedule on the ship out. Voice lines is where it's going to get incredibly tricky, because they take up a lot of space.
Yeah.
And then you've got to record them. And it's a ball ache. The more dialogue options you have, the bigger the hassle.
Guys, I know you were all rooting for me, and I'm really sorry to do this, but I can't have another beer. So I'm going to have something else.
Uh-oh. I don't know what that is.
Feels like
Feels
Friday.
like Friday.
Mead.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to have a can of mead.
Excellent.
Mead is good.
Meat is good.
I've been a saison man lately.
Oh, yeah?
Ooh.
Yeah.
All
right.
A can of mead.
So, are we on to our next question yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, that is some really nice mead. Guys, hang on.
Go get yourself some mead.
Mead is really nice. I don't know if you've ever tried mead, but if you haven't,
Maybe
you
that's
should
fine.
actually go try some mead. Like, it's good shit. It's honey in alcohol form. Okay, next question. Whew, this is taking us a while to get to this one. Ashley asks, what kind of stuff do you think you'd be able to buy at Microtech? I don't know, probably some really tiny technological devices.
Mobiglass. Well, probably a lot of stuff for your Mobiglass. Probably Mobiglass upgrades, different types of Mobiglass. Maybe not right away, but that definitely will come down. Develop Mobiglass.
So you
It'll
reckon
be-
items, tech items that are more related to you as a person rather than tech
Yep.
items related to your ship?
Wearables.
Fuck.
Might even be some different types of wearables. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Ashley ask another question after?
Yes, she did. I'm not sure what David's doing, but
Sorry, I picked up my phone to text Cass, and notifications suck sometimes.
yes, they do.
Yeah.
Everything okay?
No, it's just another shooting in the States, and I'm sad. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Great.
Sorry. Yeah. El Paso. Sorry, I didn't.
Welcome to
I
my
honestly didn't mean to look that up. I saw it, and I don't mean to drag the stream down, but try and stay safe, everyone. Especially everyone in the States. Yeah. Sorry. Where were we? Ashley asks,
Do you think we will get snowmobiles in the verse?
I hope so.
If they're gonna make Microtech, they damn well better. I need me some snowmobile.
Yeah.
What's our next question?
Next question, we've got another from Ashley. Do you think Microtech could buy out Consolidated Outland? And if so, what would they do with it?
Would they?
So I think they could. And I think this is very much a Tesla question. Someone could totally afford to buy out Tesla. But Elon Musk would never do it. Just like whatever his fucking name is from Consolidated Outland.
Silas
Kerner.
And this week, Eris shows that he doesn't know how economics works.
No one can just buy Tesla.
What do you mean?
You couldn't just say, "I've got $60 billion. I'm buying your company." That's not.
No,
No,
that's what he
but
means.
You can just buy out someone else's company
that's
from
what
underneath
he-
them. You need to have
that's
certain.
what he said.
Yeah, but you could buy enough shares. You could buy enough shares to own a 51% stock and buy him out. It's the
Yeah, but that's
but
not
you
always
can't-
as simple as that.
No, it's not
I mean-
always as simple as that. But it's the question is, like, you could buy out Tesla if Tesla was on the market and if Elon Musk were the kind of person to sell.
Yeah.
And my point is that he is not. Someone could go up to Elon and say, I will give you $500 billion for Tesla. And he would say, no, fuck off. I'm running this ship. Right? Because for him, it's not about the money as much as it is about what he wants to do. And I feel like CIG have made Silas Kerner to be sort of the same. It's not about the money, it's about what he can do with that money. He wouldn't
It's about sending a message.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Jake from downtown.
Ashley asks a fucking good one. How upset will you be if we can't have snowball fights on Microtech? Okay, so real talk here right now, everyone. I'm sure that there's
Two things are needed in this game. Number 1, snowball fights. Number 2, finger guns emotes.
Yes. I'm sure that there's a number of you out there who have lived in southern states or in southern climes and have never had a snowball fight. And for all of those who have done that, I am sorry. I am genuinely Canadianly sorry for anyone who has not had a snowball fight.
That's like the purest Canadian sorry.
But here's a fact of life, and I'm gonna get really fucking real here for a second.
Getting real.
If we don't fucking do something about climate change in a very, very small amount of time, no one's gonna have fucking snowball fights fucking anywhere. So guess fucking what? If you don't vote for someone that believes in climate change, you're an asshole.
Hey, David.
Because I won't be able to have any more snowball fights. And if the only place that I can have snowball fights is in Star Citizen, then Star Citizen had better implement some goddamn fucking really fucking good snowball fucking fights. Fuck!
And Eris rant over. So yes.
I mean, there is an alternative. If you're not, if you're one of those people that don't believe in climate change, you can just nuke the planet, and then we'll have a nuclear winter.
That's fair.
Those are your two options.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We can make snowballs out of ash, right? Yes,
could.
at least
doesn't-
I am David fucking Eris. And I'm
You can make the ball, but when you throw it, it kind of like falls apart.
Next one.
Ooh, also a good one. Okay, I'm going to start with Jake and then go to Shiver on this. Ashley asks, when do you think we'll get our first jump point?
Beta.
Okay, follow-up question before I go to Shiver. When is beta?
2025.
Okay, fair. Shiver?
It's going to be after Squadron's out. It's going to be after they've got a hell of a lot
The
more mechanics
2022.
in there. Yeah. It's going to have to be when Stanton is first of all actually got more in it. When you can actually spend a day in the game and not repeat the same sort of thing. You know, actually have a game's worth of content that repeats, comes to an end, and you know that. And then also you got to have server-side OCS, server meshing. I don't want to say 2025, but I might be thinking it.
Nakara?
CitizenCon.
So I have...
Which one?
Just
I knew it was gonna happen.
he's the guy on Price is Right who's like $1.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. So this CitizenCon, I have no idea why I'm saying that, but they're all very pessimistic, so I'll be optimistic. Although they might also be realistic. When it's ready, that's good.
By Binder Rovar, literally no loss. If you don't believe in climate change, period.
Bye.
Punto e basta. Fuck off.
See ya.
I you know what? I don't care about other politics. That shit isn't fucking politics.
Does that? Yeah, I was going to say that doesn't. That's not.
That's like
politics.
science.
It's fucking life. Burn in fucking hell. Well, actually, that's what we're all going to do if you don't fucking do something about it.
Gosh.
Okay.
Can we move on, please?
No, hang on. You guys are all wrong about the jump point. All of you are wrong about the jump point.
It's tomorrow?
Thursday.
No, we're going to get it as soon as you get Squadron. There's going to be jump points in Squadron. Boom. Done. Move on.
No, actually,
Fact.
you're right.
Fact.
Might actually be able to fly through it, but yeah.
Fact.
It's really moving to Mixer now. There you go.
Hey, should we move to Mixer? I don't know how that
I
works.
don't know what the hell is Mixer.
I mean, maybe is the answer.
I don't know what any of those things are in this sentence.
Wait, you know what a relay station is? One relay station.
All right, so to be honest, the reason why I think the ninja move is super cool is because not only did he move, he got 80,000 viewers when he moved.
Yes.
So yeah, Twitch is in the same position as Steam for me, in that they are complacent and haven't really changed anything about their platform in a very, very, very long time.
My main problem with Twitch is
I'm cool with it.
My main problem with Twitch is that they seem to allow people to feed vodka to their cats on stream, and basically
although the placing the cat behind your head, that was a little bit overblown, because cats are meant to land on their feet from great heights, and she dropped that cat maybe 2 feet.
No, but feeding VOD to your cat.
No. I can't defend that.
No,
I can't defend that.
Just fuck
However, the dropping your cat like this, that's like normal cat things.
Mm-hmm.
I've thrown my cat farther.
The people thinking that's crazy have never been around cats before, I don't think.
Well, yeah, because I mean, they jump off of things that are much taller than that.
Yeah.
So.
Ninja
that's
Pirate
kinda how
Cowboy
they operate.
is really. Oh, that's that one. Babbage. Oh, that's a good one. Babbage Ganoush Jr. Very nice. I like it. I like it. That's.
Oh, man.
I don't know who did that, but yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Babbage Ganoush.
Babbage Ganoush Jr.
Ooh. Bitching
Why-
with Babbage. Yeah.
Why is Babbage a big deal in the game? Like, does it have some kind of tactical importance for the human race, or is it a place to get and see specific ships or factions
They
or
make
resources
Moby
or gear?
Glass.
Why? Babbage is.
They make Moby Glass.
Damn it, Paul. Yeah, we don't have viewers.
I've seen people banned for less and not banned for worse.
Yes. Hey, it all depends on how many viewers you have.
Yep.
Babbage is important because it's the place where people go to do science that is too sciencey for places that are normal.
Pretty much. But its biggest significance in the verse is that Microtech manufactures Moby Glass at New Babbage on the planet Microtech, because they named the planet after themselves.
Well, if you could name a planet, what are you going to name it?
Eric.
Planet
I
of the
would name-
Nymphomaniacs.
I would name it.
Planet of the Nymphomaniacs.
Iki kaput zoing.
Okay.
Zoinga.
Fact. Okay,
They
what do we
make
got?
Bad Facebook game knockoffs. Because they're the knockoff Zynga. Okay.
A ham sandwich asks, "Are you concerned?
singular.
Are you concerned about the seemingly sluggish progress on the Squadron 42 roadmap?"
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is
I-
there
I am
anyone who isn't?
I have been concerned for 3 years about the seemingly slow progress of everything Star Citizen. It does not behoove one to be a Star Citizen fan and not be concerned about the slow progress of Star Citizen.
See,
And-
I'm not concerned
Go on.
by it. I just think that you know, that's just how it is. Concern is.
I
no
think
more
there's a
concerned
difference
about
between.
how fast a plane flies. It's
I think
just
there's a
that's what
difference
it is.
between. There's a difference. There's a distinct difference between concern and hashtag concern.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Now we're splitting hairs.
Oh. Oh.
What?
Anyway,
Oh.
Wait, was Babbage really an 80s and 90s video game store that became GameStop?
Babbage's.
What? Did you not know this?
I didn't
Well,
know
we
that.
didn't-
That
we
is
didn't-
amazing.
Babbage's was awesome.
We didn't have Babbage's.
We didn't
in
have that.
Canada. They were in Canada.
We had
we-
GameStops. That's it.
No, we had EB Games first. EB Games was first.
Yeah, EB Games.
You had
became-
Electronics Boutique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
we
had
had
Electronics
Electronics
Boutique.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had that. And now
We had
it's
EB.
something else.
Ours was bought
Probably
by GameStop.
Yeah,
ours were
up at
GameStop.
GameStop. We
Or
had
Game.
we had
Game
only
in the
two,
UK.
EB and Microplay.
No, they're gone.
Game is gone?
Yeah. They used to have stores, but I think the entity still exists, but as a store, no.
Huh.
I really like that it's called New Babbage because of that. That's amazing. I had
Yeah.
no idea.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, that was posted by Paul the Astropub. Twitter's or not Twitter, Twitch's
Twitters.
Twitter's just Twitter's
got hashtag on
Twitter's
the brain.
and Twitch's and Star Citizen's semi-inebriated professor of all things historical.
Twitter's own Paul the Astro Pub Batman Golden Shower Shell.
Don't forget the
Okay,
turtle
now
sex
you have
noises.
to add Twitter's own at the beginning of that list, please. Oh,
I'm sorry.
it'd be so good. Not Twitch's own, Twitter's own.
Twitter's own. Yeah. Ashley asks, Origin 400i, yay or nay?
Yay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always. Oh, my answer to should they make this ship is yes.
yes.
I actually think that they should have the full line. The 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700.
I think they should
800
have an
billion.
Origin 50. I
Maybe
want like
85.
no. I want like an Origin 50, like a Fiat 500, like an
They have
old.
that. It's a X1. It's just
Oh
a
yeah,
chair.
yeah, the X1.
No,
Just
but
there.
I don't want the motorbike. I don't want a motorbike. I want something like a Fiat 500.
M50.
500.
Star Helix say M50.
That's
Ah.
isn't that a ring road?
I don't know where to start with that one.
Ashley asks, "Do you think that the
Oh,
mobile
God.
glass will get an app store?" I sure as fuck hope so.
It would be good.
Yeah, I hope that. I really hope that it does. It'd be really cool.
Fun fact: I've actually been really worried about that ever since CIG said that there were different variants of mobile glass. There's like a standard consumer mobile glass. There's a military mobile glass. There's an explorer mobile glass. That starts getting into
Mobile glass.
mobile glass. That starts getting into a fuck ton to make.
But well, to be clear, when they announced that was like their Kickstarter
I know.
because they included an Explorer's version with I think my original game pack.
I know. I'm just worried about. I worry about everything.
I know.
Some bastard that. Okay, it's an emote. It's an 8-ball.
Yes.
Okay, I can see it.
Paul, I just saw this exactly like two-time blockbuster champ, but Twitter zone. It's like Newman zone, but worse.
8-ball asks,
You're a salad dressing. That's what I'm saying.
"Why are Canadians afraid of the dark?"
Why are they, or
Bears?
why aren't they?
Polar
Why
bears.
are Canadians
Yeah,
afraid
I'm-
of the dark?
I think it's polar bears.
I'm less afraid
badgers?
of polar bears
You guys
and
have
much.
badgers.
I'm much more afraid of moose and
Afraid.
wolves.
Polar bears are worse than moose and wolves. You just
Yeah, but
haven't
polar bears are
gotten
really
close
far
to
up.
them.
Moose are here.
Not for long.
Yeah, true.
They're gonna come south when they have nothing left to do up there.
I have to be honest, Nighthawk Sale, aren't we supposed to see HVF4 on mobile glasses? I read that as Half-Life
You know
4.
it's zesty.
I
Aren't
thought
we
you were
supposed to see
afraid of the
Half-Life
dark.
4?
I thought you were afraid of the dark in case someone jumped out and shouted, "Carrie, boo!"
For some reason, this has reminded me that Guillermo del Toro is making a Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark movie, and I cannot be more excited for anything in my entire life.
Sure.
Also, if you haven't watched Stranger Things Season 3, you need to stop
Oh,
everything that you're
so
doing and
good.
watch.
It was good. Funny thing, wolves, yes, wolves are very skittish, but moose. Moose don't give a fuck.
No, they do not. They have embraced their superior side.
They
the
don't
fun thing
really
about moose.
care much about people until they do, and usually when they do, it's not good.
No.
Do you know what
The
their
fun
favorite
thing about
weather
moose, when you hit a moose, so let's say you're driving along in your car and you hit a moose. Do you know what you hit?
It's
You
like
hit its ankles.
Yep.
You hit its ankles, and guess what happens to that moose? It goes through your windshield, takes off the entire top half of your car, gets up after, and walks off.
No, they died, but they did. So do you.
They destroy
die
your
sometimes.
like.
Do you know what their favorite weather
Humans
is?
die
though?
100% of the time.
Yeah, don't. Moose are scary.
Yes, they are. Also, I've
Shiver,
actually.
what's a moose's favorite weather?
It's reindeer.
Oh, dear God.
no.
That
Had
slays
to have,
me every
had to have
time.
at least one of those. I do have to mention.
I heard
Give
the
people an-
follow-up joke and I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate
You do not
it.
appreciate. Yeah.
I don't know. Oh God.
All right, we should probably get through
Oh my
the rest
God.
of our questions here.
Yeah,
Or
I'm
last
just
two.
I'm
We
just
should,
shocked
but-
and astounded and slightly disappointed. Ashley asks, David, have you decided upon a name for your kid? And if not, may I suggest Athena if they're a girl? We actually have decided on names for the kid. We have a name for a boy and we have a name for a girl. We are decided.
And you're not going to tell us.
I don't think I should tell you. I think there should be like some kind of like on the Discord like betting on the name.
We should
I
totally
like
do
this.
Betting
like
on the
this.
name,
I like this.
on the
I
date.
like this.
If one of you guys can organize that, because I'm still working on the fucking room, guys. I'm around no time at all. We just got the room painted and done. Now I have to build shelves, and then apparently I have to redo the downstairs bathroom and the laundry room in 2 months before Bean comes. So,
You're busy.
I'm busy as fuck. And next week is the baby shower. So, but seriously, if someone wants to organize like some kind of a betting on names, I know I've said a bunch on here. If you guys can remember any of the ones I've said,
Yep.
I'm not going to say what's been picked. Bean is the nickname for the baby. For a couple of weeks, we had an app that was like, your baby is the size of a sesame seed. Your baby is the size of a lima bean. And that your baby is the size of a green bean. And somehow Bean, through green bean, stuck. And we just, like, we were naming it, oh, poppy seed is, like, poppy is this big today, you know, whatever. And then it stuck with Bean, and Bean has been Bean ever since. But Bean is not going to be Bean when Bean comes out. Then Bean is going to be, or...
Gone.
Yeah. So we do have names picked out. We have the room painted. I've got a baby shower next week. We have, like, under 10 weeks until baby. And that's if baby doesn't come early. We have probably somewhere between like 6 and 10 weeks until baby.
Mm-hmm. You excited? Oh,
I've never been more excited for anything in my entire life. Straight up, I cannot wait.
By the way, he's not just saying this for the show. He like messaged me last week, and he's just like, "I'm so excited."
I have a controversial opinion. I think all babies, for at least the first like week or two, maybe a month, when they're born, look like fetal alien creatures.
Oh, they do.
That will kill you.
Yes.
I think that, you know, most babies, most people aren't very good at being a parent because they're fucking stupid. And then you get a fucking stupid baby. So I think that you should give the baby time to learn on its own in an environment where it can learn the most for about 18 years.
Yeah, I agree with that as well, actually.
And then once they're 18, they can be released into normal people's society when they're not fucking stupid and haven't been raised by fucking stupid people.
Fun fact, the reason that babies look like aliens for that first week or so is actually because to squeeze out of a vagina, the plates on their heads, like their skulls are like this, the plates actually overlap and give them a cone head so that they can actually squeeze out of a vagina. I'm just using this as an excuse to say the word.
We can tell.
I know. But that's why they look
it's
like
all right,
fucking aliens.
Eris, you can always say the word squeeze. It's fine.
No, I'm really excited. I'm actually really, really angry with Cassie right now because we've painted the room. And I really, really want to show everyone this room. I might actually do a stream at some point of just me with my phone walking around this room. Actually, one person has seen the images, the most recent one. Nakara has seen the most recent images. I've been told I cannot show people on like Twitter or Discord or anything until we have the carpet, because apparently the carpet ties the whole room together.
I think
you want to fix that. You want the walls to do that.
I thought that walls and a ceiling would tie it together, but apparently it's the carpet. And I cannot show anyone until I have the carpet, but
Sounds like a flimsy house.
I'm so fucking in love with this room. And yeah, sorry. I could literally just talk about baby. We've got so many cute little baby shirts. We've got one that has little dinosaurs on it, like a T-Rex and a Stegosaurus.
This is the limit, right, guys? We don't have to be polite now that he's talking about the fucking baby clothes. We don't have to pretend to give a shit about that, right?
It's also
we can
3
talk
o'clock,
about
so
Star Citizen now.
Oh yeah, I
It's
guess
also
we
3
should
o'clock,
end.
so I can
Fine.
just cut him off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ashley, 2 more questions. Let's do these quickly. Ashley asks, what do you think the rate at which new weapon or why? Sorry, I can't read. Why do you think the rate at which new weapons are released is so slow? Because CIG are doing what they do with everything, and they're going perfectionism on absolutely everything, and they're taking so much time to make them. Is really the reason that they're released so slow.
Smaller team, I would imagine, as well.
Yeah. And they've decided that they don't need as many weapons versus having weapons that are really high quality made.
Possibly down the line, say after Squadron 42, because they only need a certain amount for Squadron 42, because you'll only be limited to a certain amount per squadron. But after that, they could start maybe going, well, let's get some more of these weapons out en masse. Maybe. That is a possibility.
So I have to just point this out because it just makes me happy. I went to actually look at the weapons that are coming out, and they have a weapon that is called the Verified Off-World Laser Technologies Parallax Assault Rifle.
I like that. Flows off the tongue, doesn't it?
Also, you'll notice that comes to Volt Parallax Assault Rifle. But that is an amazing name, and I give them props for.
That's the baby name.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's the baby name.
We found
Volt.
it.
Yeah,
we found
it.
No,
Sneaky.
no,
No.
You got it,
Volt.
Jake.
Verified Off-World Laser Technologies Parallax Assault Rifle.
Yep.
Alogia.
That's yep. It's also the middle name.
Oh boy.
And Dr.
I don't know what that is.
Chocolates?
Sure.
I can't tell.
Chakwas.
Asks Bets.
Chakwas from Mass Effect.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Chakwas.
Chocolate. Okay.
Dr. Chakwas. What? She's the doctor.
We can move on.
It's a chocolate bar. I don't know what's going on. Dr. Chocolates asks, best CitizenCon or Gamescom presentation to date, Pupil to Planet.
No, I like the one we were at with all the cool panels and stuff that we went.
They had some really good presentations. The fucking
Oh man.
the cloth.
Oh,
That cloth. Holy
No.
shit.
The best one was just us going into a room with Tony Zurovec and listening to him yammer for an hour and a half.
Yes.
So
That
good.
Yes.
is the best one.
Yeah.
So good. Just listening to Tony talk about the game makes you feel like the game is going to be amazing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The one with the sandworms was actually really good for a more cohesive,
Presentation.
Yeah.
That was last year, huh? That we went
Actually-
to Citizen.
Yeah, it was.
It feels like longer.
Feels like
We're now over time, guys. We have to answer the last question so we can let all the people go.
Yeah.
let my people go. Ashley, why do you think there's so little competition in industrial shifts? So
Because
straight up answer right here.
The mechanics yet.
No. It's because fighter ships sell better.
I was thinking you don't need them so much for Squadron right now.
That's another part of it. Yeah, I think once the mechanics are in, a lot of the industrial ships have sold really, really well.
Extremely well.
Fighter ships sell better.
The Reclaimer, especially.
Prospect.
Reclaimer and Carrack, yeah.
Prospector, yeah. Prospector sold amazing, especially considering it wasn't particularly expensive.
Cheap, and it was awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, everybody, you know what to do. Hit all the buttons. Pay us the money if you want images to place in chat.
Jake has agreed
Click
that
the
he's going to
Discord
organize
link.
something. Jake is going to organize something on Discord for betting for the baby. So join us on Discord.
Okay. Yeah.
Join
I'll
us
do
on
it.
Discord to bet on baby names
Yep.
and baby dates.
Okay. All right.
And-
all right.
and whether it's a boy or a girl.
When is the scheduled date? When
The
is the
s-
scheduled date?
The scheduled
We
date
need
is
to know.
October 11th.
Because the scheduled date means nothing.
It means nothing. But the
Means
scheduled date is October 11th. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl. So you got to guess on the names.
Q-Pan's already lost.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not a human. Have you met? Look at me. Date?
Are we giving away something?
Yeah. You know what?
Definitely.
We
away
can. Let me see
Let's
what
do
we
it.
can. Let me see what we can give away for this. We can do an in dis. Just Jake can figure out an in Discord.
I'll figure
like,
it out. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You'll
I'll
have
definitely
that
give
within the
something away.
week. By the next podcast, we will be able to say, "Hey, come to our Discord and bet."
Yeah, and
Mhm.
we'll be able to tell you what you'll be able to earn, because I know I've got some ships actually for the betting.
We could I wonder if JR Fabrications is still taking pre-orders.
Ooh,
Give away an actual arrow.
I've got a Tumbril tank.
Well, not an actual arrow, more like an actual Takuetsu arrow.
Yeah, we've got that. We've got the Tumbril tank. I can find some stuff.
I
Let's-
have a Star Citizen starter package
Yeah, there we
from
go.
way back.
We'll give away a couple things.
We'll give away some
Well,
things.
The two or three closest people
Mhm.
will win.
Yeah.
Whoever that. Unless, so okay, so we'll have a couple things, right? But if you nail everything, you get everything.
Really?
Yeah.
I could see that.
That's
Yep.
that's how I'm gonna do it. That's
Okay.
how I'm gonna do it. If you nail everything, then you get everything. If there's a tie, we'll have to figure that out. when
We'll
that
figure
comes, but
things
that
out.
that will probably be impossible.
Yeah.
But yeah, because think about so we're gonna have them guess name,
Yeah.
gender,
Yep. And date.
date.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. We'll do this.
All right.
Shivers is trying not to laugh. I can see the
I
look
mean-
on his face.
Are you assuming your baby's gender before it can even talk?
Yes, obviously.
Sorry. Biological sex.
Much better. Thank you. Actually, yeah.
I can see how Shiver just trying to hold it in. He's just like, come
There
on.
you go. Done.
We'll have
I
more
fixed
details on that in the next coming weeks.
That'll be
Join
fun.
us on the Discord to at some point. I'm sure
Yep, I'll put it together.
We'll put it together, but you'll have to be on Discord for that. Thank you all for watching.
It'll be a form like a Google form. Where
Yeah.
you put all those answers in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool.
Thank you everyone for
Goodbye,
watching.
everybody. Hit all the buttons. Join us on Discord.
What Jake says.
Pay. Do the things. See you next week, same time. It really is the same time every week.
It is.
Unless it's not. But
Unless
It's
it's
not that we tell you.
But it is.
Go watch Paul after this.
Yes.
Who's he got this week?
I don't know who's got these week.
Paul, who do you got this week?
Is Paul still here?
He was here.
Buster the Destroyer and
Uh,
HC Vertigo, I think.
And HC.
Yeah.
Nice.
Vertigo and Buster.
There we go.
Go watch Paul after this.
Goodbye.
We will see you all. Well, I won't see you next week, but these guys will see you next week. And
Yep.
everyone, have a great week. Climate change
Farewell.
is real. Do whatever you can.
If you want to
I'm
ruin your
buying
week,
an
tune into
electric
Dead Air
vehicle.
again this week. It's coming back.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Bye, all.
Have a good weekend.